Hey there, it's Ben from Pattern Profits bringing you a few setups into Tuesday, February 1st. We got our follow through day today, but having a look around, still not a lot of setups in the growth complex. Plenty of setups still in oil and gas, ag, commodity related. Shippers still look good, but not a whole lot in growth. I did find a few things maybe worth keeping an eye on, starting with no before KNBE. This is anchored VWAP from the IPO, from the low, and from the high. And they all kind of converge right there just above today's high. So what I'd be looking for here is for this to push through and turn those anchored VWAPs back to the upside, similar to what we saw back here. But obviously not a healthy market for growth going back to November, so they rolled over. But while most things are trading well below 10, 20, 50, 65 cloud. This one's above all of those levels, above year-to-date anchored VWAP, which is a red there, and then back above volume shelf point of control. So I'd be looking for this to push through there. I'd only want it back above these VWAPs and then turn them back up, then use that VWAP to manage risk. Again, that's no before KNBE. Back to travel. Expedia Group, EXPE. This one's setting up. We talked about it previously. Those June 190 calls got our attention. Now, kind of setting up cup with handle pattern. It's a bit sloppy and the action's a bit wild. I'd love to see this tighten up a little bit more before pushing through. 184.21 is the high from that power earnings gap. Getting back above there, then you can start to look for a run towards and through 191.85, the high above. Did have some pocket pivots up the right side. You're back above 1020 cloud, back above year-to-date anchored VWAP. That 5065 cloud also acted as support. And then the nice bounce off of the anchored VWAP from the power earnings gap. So looking for that one just to push through that peg day high, 184.21. That's that high right there. Today's close, we closed at 183.19, high 183.47. So looking for that to push through. Again, that's Expedia, EXPE. And then in the same group, Booking, not bad at all too. This got really steep here, but it's starting to tighten up a little bit here. You do have 25, 18, 25, the standard pivot above. Let's bring volume by price over a little bit closer off of the run here. And you can see how pushed above volume shelf point of control there today. You do have a little descending trend line with those wicks. Might give an early entry if you get up and over today's high. Today's high was 24.69, maybe an early entry ahead of that 25.18.25 level. You push through there though, would be looking for a run back towards those prior highs, 26.87.29. Again, that's Booking holding. Same thing over here, some pocket pivots up the right side, which we like to see. So push through there, can manage that tightly against that volume shelf. And then 1020 turns up. You'll have that to manage risk as well. So both of those in travel and leisure. I also will be watching very closely EDR. This one, another one of those cup with handle patterns. If we look at going back to the IPO, anchored VWAP off of the IPO, held those lows, nice bounce today. That's what we like to see. Back above 5065 cloud, but you're within 1020 cloud. So I'd like to see that push back through that standard pivot at 3170 and then reclaim that year-to-date anchored VWAP above. That's that red line there. So still work to do there, but if it can push through there, I think that may offer up an opportunity for this to get back to work, back towards those prior highs. That is 35.28 up above. And one more to take a look at, ATKR at core. This one gapped up. Big volume coming in here. Big day today on the gap. Anchored VWAP off of the high here. Anchored VWAP off of that swing low. You see how it acted as support back here. Then ends up acting as support again. And then you get the gap today. Back above 10, 20, 50, 65 cloud. Let me bring volume by price a little bit closer. You'll see that, actually, let's go over here to the breakout. And then when volume by price gave us kind of this window in here, and now you have this volume shelf here that's built out, kind of lines up with that descending trend line of the closing prices. So if you can push up and over today's high, that was 110.79. Take out that descending trend line. We'll zoom in a little bit more now. Take out that descending trend line, gives early entry opportunity ahead of 118.49, the standard pivot above. Probably going to be a lot of eyes on this level. So I like that, thinking about that descending trend line break coming through there. You're back above anchored VWAP from off of the high, back above the red one there, year to date anchored VWAP. So just kind of pushing through there would put you back above volume shelf point of control. If I zoom in a little closer, now you can see a little bit better how that level just above is one that you'll want to watch. With the big day today too, I also wouldn't mind if this goes sideways, maybe gives an inside day, especially with the big range today, or two, consolidates a little bit and then pushes through. I kind of like that even better, but at the same time, I'll have an alert set over today's high, again, 110.79. And again, that's Atcore Inc., ATKR. That's all I have into tomorrow. Hope you have a great trading day, and I'll see you again tomorrow night.